huge. The United States now enforcing that naval blockade at the Strait of Hormuz.
Here we go. This is the hour. The fate of the 2-week ceasefire unclear.
President Trump will unleash even more fury.
Cue the fire. What a crazy day with the closure of, and I have live footage, we will get to that in just a second, the Strait of Hormuz. Now, I kind of freaked out. That's what I thought you said, so I ran out there and bought a lot of it. Breaking news, my garage now looks like my father-in-law's. So, hey, Ron, public service announcement, clean your garage. What's coming in from the Strait of Hormuz? Here we go. This just gets better by the day, doesn't it, kids? When I talk to my Republican friends with the Trump stamp on their back, yeah? And they're like, this is the plan, Bravo. You don't understand. This is called checkmate. I know Iran closed the strait, but so did we. Do you have any idea what that's going to do to China? Do you have any idea what that's going to do to the entire world? But now they'll be forced to open it. What? Now they'll have to negotiate. Also, this is actually live. There's nothing. Nothing's going through. So if you thought it was bad before, it's that much worse. Well, if you're comparing it to that. It's at a time where the UN, which I really don't care, is freaking out. They're saying global food catastrophe, in which it would have been Iran's fault. Now we're sharing the fault. And if you've checked your scorecard, that would be U.S. checkmate, which what if Iran opens it? And then we're like, we're not opening it. Because at this point, this wasn't even on my bingo card. Iran closes it, and then so do we. I also did not have this one on my card where Trump is Jesus. And now I know the heat. I know the arguments. You are never wrong. And I thought, okay, he's just trolling. And then when asked about it, he's like, yeah, it was like healing someone. Then if I was talking to him, like, okay, can just explain the demon in the back. I mean, the original image didn't have it. Your team is like, then we'll add the demon. Oh, that's actually the Statue of Liberty. No, that would be that one right there. So at first I'm like, Grok, please tell me you didn't post this. No, Trump did not post this. I'm like, phew. As you know, AI will basically tell you whatever you want to hear until we let it out of jail. Where everyone's like, AI is so amazing. So with all this going on, the reporter didn't even have time to ask Don. Like, what's up with the Pope smoke thing coming out of the White House? Nothing? Also, for my logical friends in the audience that click the subscribe button, please do not argue. Don't even go like, is that kind of questionable? Maybe kind of... No. Nope. This is the plan. Checkmate. America won. Stock market go up. And today was crazy. My new course, I was actually filming futures last night. And I said this would actually be a good time to buy. Watch the NASDAQ shave off 2%. Gapped down. And then it just put on 1. Filled that gap and no one saw it coming. So if you want to learn how to click buttons on a screen to make the digits go up, brand new course. I call it Stock Market Money Glitch. Things that I've never taught on the channel, so you can't say, well, it's on the interwebs. Basically, his course is just, nope. Also, the link down below, it's limited. So if you click on it, it says 1,000, come back tomorrow. It says $299, grab it, and then learn how Christian made $2,357 in 1 hour? I don't know, I just loved it, because he's like, then I went and played Legos with my kids. So again, if it says this, 1,000, because these are people buying it for 1,000, stop. In this video today, we will look at oil, stonks, and maybe a little silver. Also, for those of you that are like, this dude's the Antichrist, to be honest with you, we always get it wrong. Like this, breaking news, the birth of Jesus. Mary, maybe 13, 14 years old. Joseph, probably 30. And the astronomers or astrologers that find him later, if you were to have asked me, is that God? I'd be like, huh? The dude's a carpenter. And then I'd be like, so you're saying Mary, okay? Who I think she had CPS called on her. I'm just saying, when he was 12, they left him. They went to a festival, party, and just, driving home, maybe a day later, hey, where's Jesus? The Bible says after the festival was over, they're like home, chilling out, watching, I don't know what's on at that point. Maybe something like Mud Hut Makeover, but no one got it. And the astrologers, okay, yeah, they got it, that they were wise. But I'm telling you, the end of the world, We will have no idea. Just maybe the Antichrist is the dude from The Apprentice that I actually told my high school students because we used to watch that. And Shark Tank. And I knew one of the kids came up to me later, a long time later. He goes, you did tell us he's going to be president. I said, that is one for one. Now let's focus our attention to the Strait of Hormuz. And when you close it, I mean, what are we at? We're April 13th. Oh, the prolonged crisis, Strait of Hormuz. Global food catastrophe, fertilizer, energy. Prices are what? 30% higher, 80%. DJT's like, I don't care. I'm over here healing someone right now, but the world is going to care. And the world isn't doing well. Meaning most people live on very few dollars a day. So when things go up in price, like food, it's very painful. And just to show you how rich you are, I'm not rich. Check this out. I can almost guarantee you, if you're currently watching this, this is you. This would be the rest of the world down here. If you're a teacher starting off, make $68,000 a year, you're richer than 99% of the people in the world. When you see stories like this, food prices are expected to increase by 20% in less than 30 days. Buy fresh. Oh, they're running. And yes, it's going to affect people in Sydney, but it's the other countries. You'll be affected, you just won't feel like you're going to die.
Blow for struggling households tonight, with the price of fresh food expected to go up by as much as 20% by the end of this month. Retailers warn they need to pass on the costs they've been absorbing since war broke out in the Middle East.
First fuel for our cars, now fuel for our bodies is costing more. The price of fresh everyday food staples going up as a result of the fuel crisis.
Oh, I think it's going to hurt a lot of people, which is a real shame.
Not too happy about.
I'm just going to cut it there because I do not speak Australian. I don't understand what they were saying. Global economy could face shortages of critical goods within now. Robert Pape, that's his stage name. His real name's Pape. I don't say this lightly. 30 years of studying sanctions and blockades. Markets are not ready to be pumped. I say, let's go. And Morgan Stanley Morgan Stanley agrees with me. S&P 500 correction nearly over. Stanley is turning bullish. This is when I come onto the channel and I say, guys, do not. Now, the title could be, Morgan Stanley says stock market's going to go to hell, whatever. I post that because that's what they say. Follow the charts. Which one would you like? The NASDAQ. And remember a week ago, I said put in a buy. I think it was right there. Was that April Fool's Day? And everyone's like, no way. I said, yes way. Turn on your indicators and it'll go purple. Shamu, here we go. This is what I do every single day, but not at first. Not at first when the market opens. It's different. Look at this perfectly. On the indicator, boom. I have levels that are on. It's going to come down. If it goes into this area, Shamu, it's ready for bounce. Now, I'm telling you, take profits because you have a 5% chance. You never see this beating all-time high. If I have to guess, dead cat bounce. But I don't know. Again, you swing it. The rest is just me guessing. I mean, the all-time high is not me guessing. You have a 90-something% chance. See this gap right there? It's going to come down and it's going to fill it. Also, trading this futures. This was when it opened down here. I'm like, that's probably a good time to buy. Look at this gap right here. Oh, it filled it. That was almost a $4,000 move on one. And then this was like see this? This is taking candy from a baby. Now, in regards to oil, you can't do that and not give up a lot of it back. That's still bullish. Silver, I said I'd mention that. It did the same thing. Still bullish. Markets move in 45-degree angles like that. You could go a little higher, but Not that. These are not markets that hey, let's jump on in. They're usually markets that I'm like, take profit from your accumulation, which I do on gold, silver, oil, definitely oil. But when I did it with silver, everyone got mad at taking profit. I said, okay, silver family, I will never do that again. You are correct. It is an asset. The rich never sell their assets. Take loans against it, which I will teach you all that too. And with that, take advantage of learning how to click buttons and make digits go up. I love you. I will see you tomorrow.